Okay, so y'all, today we're gonna be reacting to every Sonic game is blasphemous. Guys, this video was recommended by y'all and it's by Polygon. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how Sonic is blasphemous because all Sonic is a blue hedgehog running fast, trying to stop this crazy crackhead that's shaped like an egg. And shoot, when you think about it, that's all it's about for real. Bob, let's get it, y'all.
Sonic the Hedgehog has been enjoying a bit of a resurgence as of late because of his upcoming feature film, which is great because you go, oh, those legs are way too human. Those legs are... Oh.
Hey, yo, y'all can't lie, bro. That boy Sonic got athletic, homeless, crackhead man legs.
Oh my god, those legs look like I could have those legs. Please don't show that to me anymore.
Ew.
Get it out of here. Stop. This new Sonic has a lot of fans crying heresy.
Yeah.
Sonic should be that cute blue cartoon hedgehog that's gotta go fast.
Exactly.
And that's all he's gotta do. But what if I told you that this was not the only blasphemous version of Sonic? What if I told you that nearly every single piece of Sonic media was heretical?
What that mean? What heretical
pages that prove just that.
Let's get it then. Then he taking my boy to court. Sonic might be going to jail, y'all. The Bible.
Before I hop into the deep end, I need to explain a little bit about Sega, these 13 pages, and how Sonic was made. You see, Sega was in a real tough spot in the early 90s as it tried to compete with Nintendo and the overwhelmingly successful Mario. So they worked internally to create a new mascot, not just for a game, but for the company as a whole. Naoto Oshima created Mr. Needle Mouse, a teal hedgehog with red sneakers.
Mr. Needle Mouse? Mr. Needle Mouse? Y'all ain't no way Sega tried to hire Mickey Mouse's cousin, bro. That's a game baker that he left in the hood. What?
And then he worked with Yuji Naka to create a game around this wonderful creature. A few tweaks, and Sonic the Hedgehog was born.
So you went from
at
a
least
mouse
one version of Sonic was born. You see, Sega wasn't just fighting with Nintendo, it was also fighting with itself. Sega of America and Sega of Japan had a lot of tension between them, and they didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, especially when it came to Sonic. The original version of Sonic was a bit more punk rock and had a girlfriend, a real-life human girlfriend named Madonna. And we all know that Sega would never make Sonic kiss a real human woman.
When it happened. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, Madonna need to go to jail for real. Now, y'all know that version of Sonic couldn't be no older than 10 years old. That woman been about 25.
We all know that Sega would never make Sonic kiss a real human woman.
Shout out to Elise. My boy Sonic had get some.
Started to iron things out a little bit. Make Sonic a bit more family-friendly, more marketable. Madeline Schroeder, the self-described mother of Sonic, wrote out this 13-page Bible that set out Sonic's true origins. These 13 pages went on to become the true Sonic, the Sonic we all know and love, right?
Yeah.
Nope. This Bible has had very little bearing on the series as a whole. But here's the thing, friends. It should have a lot of bearing on the series as a whole. And I am willing to wield this Bible as a paladin wields a holy sword so that I might excise sin out from the Sonic canon!
Yes, sir!
I'm sorry, that was a lot. I was a bit too intense I'm gonna tone it down a little.
It's all good.
Folks,
I'm kind of schizophrenic too. Don't worry about it.
Of biblical literalism.
What?
Now, I'm not one to advocate taking a written account as the pure truth and nothing but. But for Sonic, I'm willing to bend my values a little bit. We're about to take everything written in these 13 pages as gospel, and anything that deviates from the facts therein as sacrilege.
Okay.
Let's get sonically fundamental. I'm not going to read this Bible in its entirety. You can read it online if you'd like, but I am going to read the first paragraph in full because I think it's important for you to understand what we're dealing with. Sonny Hedgehog was born on Earth in the early 21st century in the town of Hardley, Nebraska. Population 1,226. From the first line alone, we already know that 1, Sonic's birth name is actually Sonny. 2, he is a real hedgehog that was born circa 2000. And 3, he's a Midwestern boy. He and his mother and 5
giddy up, boy!
5 sisters live underneath a straggly hedge beside the local burger joint and subsist on burger scraps, milkshakes, and the occasional slug or bug that crawls their way. They are a poor but happy family. From these lines, we know that 4, Sonic's family lives in an actual hedge, which is I guess why they're called hedgehogs, and 5, they have a very similar diet to me. Unfortunately, Sonny's dad died when Sonny was just a few days old after falling into a gurgling, festering vat of toxic waste dumped in a nearby pond.
Was he drunk? How he fall? What? Exactly how he died.
What? Sonic,
Exactly.
the lighthearted hedgehog we all know and love, never knew his father because he was reduced to sludge thanks to corporate pollution. There are 30 key tenets in the Sonic Bible, and I'm just gonna go ahead and list them off real
Shouldn't
quick.
have got drunk.
I'm sure that wherever he had terribly good eyesight around the local bowling alley. Sonny was on the team, even Delta mustachioed. I'm using it to ridiculous
dang.
excellent face. Sonny learned computer science. Began running most of his
computer science.
Totally disgusting. Then on the half
was he selling drugs for real, bro? Like what was he doing?
Tenets of the Sonic the Hedgehog Bible. Look at him up there. Beautiful.
All this crap he going through.
Glowing with potential energy.
I would have became a drug dealer, boy.
Energy I shall release into a holy flame so that I might burn out the blasphemy from Sonic's modern iteration.
I think
he had to calm down.
do you need water or anything?
Water, yeah, I think that'd be good. Now, most of these are not found in most of the iterations of Sonic, but there are 3 that specifically decanonize every game in the Sonic franchise. Let's talk about them. Number 18. There are 7 Chaos Emeralds, 1 is a stabilizer. You might have heard me say the name Kintobor. He turns into Dr. Robotnik after he is fused with the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and a hard-boiled egg. Not a
I remember that, y'all
but
told me that.
He was originally looking for the Chaos Emeralds, so that way he could bundle them up and then launch them into space, thus reversing all pollution on the planet Earth.
Yep,
The reason
he
for
was a
this
good guy.
is because the Chaos Emeralds contain a microlytic copy of all the inert energy of every gross and disgusting impulse or deed done by humans since the beginning of time.
Wait. So all the bad things that humans did are all in the Chaos Emerald, basically. Like right now, if I was to go like shoot a grandma down the road right now, if I go shoot a grandma, that energy is gonna go into the Chaos Emerald. Hold up, y'all.
Contain a microlytic copy of all the inert energy of every gross and disgusting impulse or deed done by humans since the beginning of time. Ignoring that microlytic is the name of a company and not an actual scientific term,
They was gonna
seems
get
to state
sued.
that the Chaos Emeralds are just a crystalline form of every gross impulse.
Yep.
Every time you pick your nose instead of using a tissue, that's in the emerald. Every time you wear your underwear 5 times in a week because you think it doesn't smell that bad, that's in the emerald.
Ew.
Every time you go 3 days without shampooing, I get it. Look, sometimes, you know, the shampoo has sulfates and that can damage your hair. We all have different
Exactly,
scalps.
bro.
But that's in the emerald
That's why I'm
too.
going
Most
bald.
of the games just state the Chaos Emeralds are an incredible
not going
source of
bald.
power, something that will help you take over the world or become supersonic.
Okay.
They don't ever mention that they're essentially just garbage diamonds. Had Sega included one piece of flavor text, like, you got a Chaos Emerald, you should probably go wash your hands now, then it would have been fine. But they didn't. Number 21.
So the Chaos Emeralds are basically like dirt, like poop. The energy from the poop, like when you fart and stuff, the Chaos Emerald is the energy from that. So if I fart 100 times a day, that power goes into the Chaos Emerald. So the Chaos Emerald is basically powered by the nastiest things on Earth. Who would want to touch that? Ew!
Kintobor
That doodle
was
in
a
your
father
hand.
figure. Just as a reminder, Sonic's dad died in a vat of toxic waste, which is why it meant so much when Kintobor offered him an assistantship. Sonny was thrilled at the prospect, because although Sonny had never known his father, Kintobor reminded him of the kind face in the photograph.
So they were friends. So Sonny loved Kintobor. Kintobor reminded Sonny of his dad. Y'all can't lie. That's an interesting take on the Sonic story. I'm not gonna lie to that. I would be very interested in it. And if I be honest, it kind of reminds me of Doc Ock and Peter Parker, because, you know, Peter was reminded of Uncle Ben through Doc Ock. So, yeah.
Can you imagine the drama in this?
Exactly.
Sega, you keep trying to do these gritty reboots of Sonic. Sonic plus gun. Sonic plus getting kissed by a human woman.
Yeah,
You don't need all that. It's all right here. You are literally pitting Sonic, a hedgehog without a father, against the man who became his father figure and then turned evil thanks to the machines that Sonic helped create. I hear
that
you
would
saying,
be a...
Brian, there's no evidence that Sonic doesn't think of Robotnik as a father figure. And to that I say bullshit. I have never seen him cry after defeating Robotnik. I have never seen him hold the lifeless body of his father figure and say,
buddy,
I am sorry.
pop your pill,
it
bro.
had to turn out like this.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Take your pills. Take your medicine.
Let Sonic cry over the loss of what could have been, Sega, you cowards. And finally, the third
they gonna do a
and
drive
most
by on him.
important tenet that destroys the entirety of the Sonic canon. Number 11. Sonic helps quilters. Have you ever seen Sonic in a quilting circle? Because he should be there. While making the rounds for juicy tidbits and gossip, he would drop in on the ladies of the local quilting circle to offer a convenient pin or needle from his ample portable supply. Where
Sonic?
is my Sonic game with a quilting circle?
Is a
Sonic
quilting?
CD, shitty. Sonic Mania, trash. Sonic Hedgehog 2, more like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, much of a dunce, to include the quilting circle that is
community
so
ain't gonna like this.
to Sonic's backstory.
He gonna get cooked.
We have decanonized the entirety of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise.
What do you mean by that, buddy?
But from this scorched earth can bloom a mighty flower, the true Sonic the Hedgehog. What would that video game look like?
I don't know.
What are the ramifications of a Sonic the Hedgehog game based on the Bible?
It probably won't sell.
The Sonic the Hedgehog Bible. Let's
You
go
probably
through this
wouldn't want to
piece by
play
piece.
it.
We start the game with a legitimate hedgehog who lives in a hedge, and his name is Sunny, and it's 2019, and he's got brown quills, and they won't become blue until he gets faster, and he eats food that is similar to the food that I eat. He lives in Hardley, Nebraska, which is where the entire game is set, so you better get ready for running in lots of cornfields. His
Nobody
eyesight's
running
not
on
so good,
cornfield.
but it's okay, because he'll get rec specs, since he is able to read, but is also on the track team, so the entire game is actually just running in track meets.
A hedgehog that can read and on the track team. Do you know how boring that game would be playing as a regular hedgehog, y'all? A hedgehog that looked like this. Bro, nobody ain't want to play that. I might as well play Pet Simulator. And nobody want to play with a Sonic that look like a regular. Bro, the reason why we like Sonic because he look human-like. He cute. Pause. Nobody want to play at this dude right here. Nobody want to read.
In the middle of a cornfield. When he's not running track, he's
I
at the
don't want to know
bowling alley, or the
cornfield.
playground, or the quilting circle, doing normal hedgehog things. The problem
I
is
wanna
that
be a
his
normal
town has
hedgehog.
so much pollution, which is how his dad died, and it's also why Kintobor, now Robotnik, the trim kindly scientist who gave Sonic his new nickname and the ability to speak the human tongue, was trying to solve with his new physics theories and his machines and all of those terrible, gross 7 Chaos Emeralds before he became evil and also a bit of an egg. This is especially rough because Kintobor, before he became Robotnik, would feed Sonic really good food and was basically a father figure to him. Also, Sonic is good at computer science. So the game is basically
Why we
an
need to be
evil scientist being taken down
Let
by a
Sonic be the
Midwestern
idiot
teenage
that he
hedgehog
is.
track star with daddy issues. So
Exactly.
it's basically the CW rebooted Sonic.
Nobody
Reach out to me,
want that.
CW. I will license this. But I haven't used all 30 of these tenets. See, there are 4 of them that, to be perfectly honest, shouldn't be possible. And beyond that, they are impossible to put into a game. I've hit a bit of a roadblock. Number 7 shows Sonic's dead father winking at him through a picture on the wall, which proves the existence of an afterlife in the Sonic universe.
But he's dead!
Number 15 shows that Sonic is able to hibernate below delta waves, and those are the slowest possible brain waves, about 0.5 hertz. To go below them, Sonic would have probably died.
Exactly.
And yet he is resurrected and lives again.
How?
Number 24, Sonic is shown to run at the speed of light. And
How you run at the speed of light and you can't halfway see? Man, nobody ain't want this.
Rules of relativity are to be believed. That means his mass would have to infinitely expand, and he would need infinite energy to do this, and that would destroy the world, and yet he is able to do that without harming himself or those around him. Number 30
But he's
is
a blind
actually
hedgehog
within the Bible itself.
that can run fast.
It states, but like most peaceful times in the 21st century, it didn't last long. This Bible was written in 1991, 9 years before the 21st century, and yet it prophesied our challenging political landscape. These 4 pieces of information are not purely canonical information, they are divine miracles. So
Yeah.
of course I could not put them into a game. They could
Exactly.
only fit in a religion. So I went on a WikiHow, the foremost explainer of how to do things, and I knew somewhere hidden in their beautiful imagery would be the way that I could spread the word of Sonic to the masses. And before you get upset with me saying, Brian, aren't you just starting a cult? Look at this question answered by Kintobor. Technically speaking, religions and cults are the same.
Brian, they got us both going crazy.
I formed my religion around Sonic the Hedgehog, and guess what? I have a confession.
What's up, buddy?
I've never played a Sonic game.
The Sonic Bible done made my boy Brian go so crazy and lose his mind to the point that he just exposing himself. bro, this out of the blue. I ain't never played a Sonic game. I ain't gonna lie.
Never in my life. I only tell you this now because you've already made it this far into the video, and the sunk cost fallacy states that if you feel like you've invested something, you're gonna see it through to the end.
I don't even know what that means.
That I haven't played a Sonic game because that means I haven't been tainted. I have never beheld the false Sonic. Only someone blind to the modern blasphemies of the Sonic franchise could see as clearly as I. Because if a hedgehog could commune with the dead, be resurrected, run with infinite energy, and have his gospel prophesy the future, then either Sonic is a god or could kill God, and I do not care if there is a difference.
They got my boy losing his mind.
I'd like to take a moment now and apologize for my recent outbursts.
It's okay,
I've taken some
Brian.
time and cooled down since the filming of this video, and
Yeah.
though I suppose I could have just
buddy.
not uploaded it to YouTube, I decided it would serve well as a cautionary tale. You see, taking lore to be purely literal, whether that's for a video game or backstory for a TV show, is a dangerous rabbit hole that can often lead to anger.
Yeah.
Biblical literalism is just an early form of fandom.
Burn the Bible
You
up.
gotta be a little bit more lenient, because sometimes the Bible was written to make a character more marketable to kids in the 90s.
Yeah.
So let's learn from this example, and make sure to take new additions to our favorite things in
Thank you,
stride,
pal.
even if it's these legs.
I love you, Brian.
I'm sorry, I can't in good conscience agree with that. I do not agree with
I
those
don't know,
legs.
bro.
I'm sorry.
Them
I could
legs look
if you spray painted my legs
horrifying.
blue, I could cosplay as this Sonic.
Brian, it's okay, Brian. It's okay, buddy. Brian, we gotta agree with this, Brian, bro. I'm very happy they didn't use the Sonic Bible to make a Sonic game. Because if they did, they would probably go bankrupt, if you ask me. I'm not gonna lie. They gonna be broke after that game. Nobody ain't buying no Sonic game after that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm dang sure I'm not playing no Sonic game. If they make a Sonic game based on that Bible, bro, and it just changes everything we know, I ain't buying that crap. Y'all can buy it, but I'm not. A hedgehog that can't see, yet he can read. Bro got the worst vision in the world, but still can read. But y'all, that's the end of this video. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't get a game based on the Sonic Bible. Maybe it's a good thing, y'all. Cause I'm not gonna lie, from hearing what Brian had to say, and you know everything that would have happened if they did use that freaking Bible. You know, I'm good with the way Sonic is right now. And if you guys are also good, and if you enjoyed this video, this reaction, and everything we did today just now, go ahead and freaking smash that like button. And go to subscribe to join the Keyblade Master family. Yep, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, I love you. Good night. You be safe. LaShawn out. Gang.